Hey y'all, welcome back. We are getting back into some Subnautica. Emphasis on the sub. That was a bad one. We had an upgrade that we wanted to use, I believe. Yes, this engine efficiency module. Engine efficiency is now 300%. That seems pretty nice, to be honest with you. So the other thing that we wanted to potentially put together, we could sonar upgrades. No, not really something I'm super into. But the decoy tube upgrade, I think, is going to be something that we might. It should be simple enough to throw it together real quick, and I think will be a great help for us. We're going to make our way through our various airlocks here. Head back to our base just really quick so that we can throw together, I think it was aerogel, lithium, and titanium. Easy peasy. Because we have a whole bunch of these bad boys in our inventory right now. Just nothing really to do with them. The aerogel is just going to be these gel sacks and some ruby. Hopefully it's just one aerogel on that. Let's double check here. Look at some of our upgrades. We've been able to make a stasis rifle this whole time? Hold up. Okay, well, I mean, we're gonna make a stasis rifle also. I'm not going to lie to you. We're looking to get the Cyclops upgrade, that is the decoy tube. 2 lithium and 3 titanium times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3 lithium. Did I read that right? You only need 2 lithium. But we do want to make a stasis rifle real quick. I didn't even realize that we hadn't made one of these yet. We need 2 magnetite, we have the titanium already, battery, and a computer chip, so quite a bit of copper goes into that. Luckily, we just had a whole bunch of copper recently come here to us. So, make the copper wire, and we're going to need to go and grab a coral sample, of course, to make our electronic piece there. Go ahead and make the battery, which we need mushrooms. Okay, so we just need 2 mushrooms and a coral piece. One, my inventory is full. Oh no. Well, see, here's the thing. I'm not going to eat my man. We're going to temporarily drop a couple of these things. So we just need 1 of the mushrooms. But yeah, so last episode was a little bit more of a housekeeping episode. You know, getting our stockpiles back up to healthy spots so that we can do stuff like this, where we can just pop in and get upgrades when we have the ability to. I don't think there's any upgrades or things that we don't have for, like, the only reason that we don't have something is because we don't have access to that material yet. Like, anything that we can make, we have made at this point, I think. So I talked a little bit about the potential of going through the pardon me, the potential of going through and getting marking off some more of those areas. Tools. There it is. Need the battery, the magnetite, the battery. We need 1 more mushroom for, of course. We'll drop you off and grab our mushroom. But yeah, like going through and marking off some of these areas, the mid-tier areas, so that we can make sure that we fully explored them and gotten all of the research that we can out of them. I think our last thing, probably just the magnetite. Don't need any more of that for the aerogel. Make ourselves a stasis rifle. I think should help us out. Potentially. I think that is one of our best ways of fighting back against the threats. So the last thing that we were here to pick up was the stuff to get the...
Motivational note. Craig McGill crash-landed in the acid swamps of Boreal 9, fought off arachnid kidney poachers, and hijacked a tame Star Wall. If he can do all that, you can survive one more day.
You know, that was actually pretty sweet. I'm not necessarily totally for that concept, but so we just need 3 titanium, 2 lithium, and 1 aerogel. We're going to do the slightly upsetting thing. Like that. Okay. Grab a snack while we're here, and we will head off actually this time. But I think that getting upgrades like this is still pretty important to us. Especially when it's something like these decoys, because losing a prawn suit is one thing. Losing an entire submarine, I think, would be a little bit harder to recover from. And there is no telling what we're going to encounter when we're out here. Or where we may end up. So, we will pop in.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
All systems online. Go straight up into the cockpit, which is really nice. We are going to come over here to our fabricator. Make the decoy tube upgrade. Nice. Lets us hold 5 in there. See, that is infinitely better. So, where the heck are we going to be going? That is kind of the major question that we got right now. So we just went through this Degassi habitat. We could try to go through another Degassi habitat. I think that's probably pretty sound logic. Let's just make sure that we're not just like randomly going to our other prawn suit. Okay, so it's over there, the opposite side. So we will be going over to this other Degassi habitat. It seems like it's far enough away. We're going to be cutting real quick just to make sure we make it through the nighttime, just so we can fully experience the effects of the SS George. We'll be back here in just a minute. Alrighty, looks like the sun is coming up. We're gonna probably wanna back this thing up, huh?
Engine powering up.
Let's just scoot out of this guy's way. We have some okay. So what are we looking at as far as, okay, we have different levels of acceleration.
Emergency speed. The head standard.
Okay. Got the decoy drones. How do we descend? Oh, there's a descend button. Holy cow, dude. This thing is pretty freaking beast. So, our goal is to find this other Degassi settlement, which is where again? Over there. This thing does also have silent running. Oh, hello, friend. Or at least it has the potential for silent running. Probably not driving this through our base zone is wise.
I flagged emergency speed. Warning. Vessel cavitating. Excessive noise.
Vessel cavitating, excessive noise. So, man, this this thing is just so beastie. And we have a horn also, but I think that I'm maybe going to avoid the horn usage while I can. Hold on just a moment. And we're back. Okay. Oh, we got some hull damage, it looks like. Let's go check that out just in case there's something funky going on. I know that. So one of the things that can happen in this, when we're sustaining any hull damage, is that we can just straight up, like I assume that we'd be able to like start taking on water or something. But like fires can break out on the dock and stuff like that. It looks like we're doing okay. We did only take 1% of damage, but probably worth keeping abreast of the situation. We're still headed for this Degassi habitat. These shallow waters, I think, are a little bit rough for us. You're that volcano. I remember you. Okay. So that was pointing to back here. Like clear on our tail section, actually. I wonder what like getting out here and repairing this actually looks like. We'll give that a shot real quick. Let us have a look-see here. Oh man, this thing is so sexy in black. Hello? Nobody told me? This is my repair tool. I don't know if there's anything that I can be repairing here right now, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to. I mean, it might even be like we hang out a little bit longer to, or like in a weird way, sustain some more damage. So our Degassi settlement was where currently? Sorry, right there. It's 500 meters below the surface, so we should be able to set up right above it here. More or less. You know, I think I could see the use of the radar. Okay, this is this Degrassi settlement. Cool, that's perfect. So, we're gonna turn back slightly, because we want to park this bad boy right around here, I think. So that we can actually sort of like climb back up into it when the time comes. We're going to want to turn off the engine.
Engine powering down.
Oh, and of course, just hit the big ass horn while you're at it. We'll be right back. Alright. Are you fellas and ladies ready to take some ass and kick some names? Can't believe we just honked that horn. Just had to run down to pick up my here our prawn suit. Just had to run downstairs to pick up my new controller that I've got. Got a wired controller because the one that I've been using, it's been a little bit unreliable. If you don't mind me, I've just ran down the stairs a little bit. So, we have one of our decoys. We're looking for Rex for sure. What are you doing down here, dude? I mean, it looks like we might have just already found it. I don't know if we've explored this wreck yet. We just get lucky immediately upon arriving here. Oh, what do we got? Thermal plant fragment. Get our scanner out. Yep, we are for sure haven't been here yet. What do we got? Cyclops depth module. Hey, there you go.
New blueprint acquired.
Your thermal plant. Not super relevant to me currently. Now, see, the last time that I got a real nice go at one of these, I got nearly eaten alive. That's something that I would like to avoid. Let's hop in here. Let's just jump into it. Hello? You are clearly a PDA? Okay, fine. Let's see what we got in here. Punk soul brother. Let's go ahead and cut our way out. We do have the stasis rifle now, which I'm willing to bet is no fucking joke. Honestly, we don't even need to carry the knife around with us currently. We're not able to get away ourselves or get our prawn suit to handle the big nasties, then kind of what's the point, you know? We can probably put our... The repaired gun isn't super relevant. We have the knife, we have the stasis rifle. Okay, we might be good. Kind of chilling. Another door to cut through? Yikes. Okay, another data core. Cyclops docking bay repair module. Okay. This is where we hear the warper being sassy out there. Warpers are fine for the most part. I don't think I've seen the warpers do too much to us yet. They kind of run away if you hit them at all. But also, who knows? I bet if we get caught sleeping with one of those warpers nearby, they'll probably do some nasty stuff. Ooh, a repulsion cannon, finally. And most importantly, you're going on 3. A drill arm fragment. Let's actually go, dude. This is literally what I'm here for. Hopefully we can find another one. Hopefully we can also make it out of here. Not up there. This has been, like, actually just ridiculously lucrative currently. We're gonna zoop up to our prawn suit.
30 seconds.
Refill up on some oxygen. Make sure there's nobody trying to sass me. Looking good. So we enter in here. More grappling arm attachment. Another drill arm, that's what we're looking for. Perfect. Heck yes, dude. And a PDA. Corporate Profile Torgal Corp. Torgal was... I don't really remember who that was. Excuse me. You appear like you may be hiding something. Or you might just not have been. Okay, okay. So, we have this. This is just like a little standalone area, almost. Oh, it was through this thing. I see you. And this probably just pops out right on the other spot that we were at. Yeah. Okay, okay. That's pretty much it for this. Like, that honestly is pretty close to just being it for this expedition.
Seek fluid intake.
But I think that we can still get some more out of this overall. We'll hop back into our prawn suit here. No, unfortunately, I don't have any upgrades for you, brother. Hop back into the prawn suit. We're going to drink some water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Eat this nutrient block. I feel like our food has been going down crazy fast. That might just be me, or it might be this swimsuit. But that was absolutely already worth it as an expedition. What kind of stuff are we looking for down here? We want more lithium. We want... Well, do we even want more lithium? Is there something else that we are significantly, like, looking for that's not just a... More upgrades? I don't think so, actually. We don't have the nuclear reactor blueprints, which is fair. Our Cyclops shield generator, but we just got a whole bunch of blueprints for the Cyclops and the prawn suit drill arm, which is huge. Cyclops death module and the repulsion cannon. Applies percussive force to entities in range, huh? Okay, okay. Well, I mean, honestly, I think we might just be heading back to our base, as weird as that sounds. Like, we just might be straight up going back already. Beginning the climb out of here. Because the majority of these areas will want to come back to once we have the drill arm anyway. I feel like. I might be wrong in that. But I feel like having the drill arm is going to unlock so much more for us. and having like the Cyclops as this like sort of weird, or not like a weird, but like a mobile base of operations. We don't have like our storage or our fabricating here, right? Oh, are we gonna make it? You gonna grab me? Oh yeah.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain. So like, we'll definitely come back to this. 100% for sure. No way we're not. Excuse me. Were you raised in a barn? So, health is good. Our energy is good. Let's make our way back home. Activate our engines.
Powering up.
Yeah, I think that having this sub just as that extra layer of safety. It's sort of like we have the prawn suit and we have the sea moth, so that we can come back to refill our oxygen, so we can do more consistent stuff, right? And then on top of that, we now have this guy that we can bring back in to like reload our batteries or any of those things that we need to do. Yeah, I think this is a good spot to park this for now. We will be bringing the prawn suit back with us. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just having this as an option to like go on some of these longer expeditions potentially. I'm not sure what kind of upgrades we're going to be looking at here, but we're going to be looking at getting another round of our gear upgraded, which is going to be super sick. I think _1 priority is getting that drill arm, which I think just takes like diamonds and a couple of other materials that we should already have. Because I don't think I've shut up about that drill arm since we got the freaking whatchamacallit. The repulsion cannon seems pretty interesting also. I'm not really sure how that works, but we will most certainly be finding out. Ducka. Ah. Momentum. Why you do this to me? Oh, is that that's where the dang sea moth is. But I think that our current mission of going through all of the old Degassi hideouts, the ones that we kind of like more or less did like nothing super significant in, right? We didn't do anything that was like, oh. Huh, that's how that works. Probably shouldn't have fired that at my base. We so far haven't done anything that's super significant outside of the computer chip and the that when we went to those Degassi areas, because we were so like under-leveled, for the lack of a better term, we had a lot of anxiety in those areas and a lot of like fear of just like getting eaten in one hit or whatever. But now that we've got a little bit more beef behind us, I think we can get away with doing some more exploration, kind of marking those areas off. I mean, even in just that one trip back, we got so much stuff. We got a whole bunch of upgrades for the SS George, upgrades for our other ships also. Prawn suit, drill arm, 4 diamond, and some titanium. That is easy mode, dude. Oh, honestly, getting titanium might be the hardest part of that. But yeah, I mean, like, we could probably, as we're sort of like going through here, we could potentially even look at like doing a getting other bases up, getting like some forward bases towards some of these bigger areas. We could look into, you know, depending on what kind of upgrades we get here. That's pretty nice. Like, I'm looking at this whole reinforcement in another storage module, and I'm like, yeah, that seems like a pretty good idea. Or even this torpedo arm. We could whip one of those up real quick to kind of see what it looks like when we're using our prawn suit. If we can, like, hot swap between things, or... the aerogel is pretty easy. Oh, wait, hold on. I think we're out of rubies. Yep. So we will have to wait on that one, unfortunately. This titanium is going to be going right in here. And the diamond in here. Thank you. So, I think our next point of interest is mostly just going to be going back there, I think. Just to be honest with you. We don't have the ability to, like, punch things, right? But we do have the ability to drill things with our kick-ass drill arm, which I think is going to be pretty significant. Excuse me. Yeah, that's nice. I think that is definitely going to be pretty significant. I think that this Degassi station is something that we're going to go check out some more of. And on our way, we will, of course, bring the SS George, and we will probably look and see what kind of upgrade areas we have as far as that goes. A lot of the upgrades are inside the ship, and not just like stuff that you... Oh, nice. Oh. Gosh, dude, this thing is so sleek and black. So, what do we have to look at as far as these upgrades? Cyclops docking repair bay modules, repair vehicles docked in the Cyclops. Seems super interesting. Really nice to have. Depth module, we would need rubies for, which I think is something that in that floating blue ball area, well, blue blimp area, I guess you could say, there's probably some more rubies in there that we'll be able to get access to. Maybe start scaling up our Cyclops' depth modules. Seems pretty straightforward for right now. Let's fire her up.
Powering up.
Engine powering up. I know that we have some of these rare materials that, like, I haven't seen before, right? That we're going to be looking into to getting our next upgrades and our next steps towards our, like, spaceship and stuff like that. And presumably, as we get some of these upgrades, we may get pings from the game itself, like, hey, I'm a creepy ghost lady. What are you doing here on my planet? Ow. What was that from? I think there's something like right around here is a pretty dang good spot to park this.
Engine powering down.
We're not really doing much diving with this thing yet. I don't think we have a ton of depth that we could go, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this thing only goes to 500 meters right now, until we start getting some of those depth modules, in which case I'm pretty sure it'll be just scaling out of control in that aspect. Excuse me. This has definitely been an episode that was a lot higher on the amount of cuts range than some of the other episodes have been. I apologize for that. It is one of those days. That's what I get for recording on my off day. But I'm just too excited to not, you know what I mean? So we gotta remember that we can't punch things anymore. I presume that the drill arm will still deal damage to things, typically. But we'll have to kind of wait and see what we can do. As far as like our actual self-defense goes, I'm not super sure. And also as far as just like picking up items goes, right? We're gonna want to see what we can kind of do. Oh my lord. Oh, sorry about that. So drill lead. We get our first sort of experiment with our drill here. Very interesting. Okay. I think the drilling process definitely seems like it takes a little bit longer, but I think that like for the concentrations that we'll be able to get into, it'd be definitely worth it. Now, where is our dang Degassi habitat? Probably off this ledge, huh? Directly beneath me. Bellini. Hold on one second. We're gonna have one more cut here to deal with this message that I just got. Be right back. Okay, and we are back. Hopefully for good this time. So, what I want to know is how do I pick it up? No, it's not going to let me pick it. It means we will be doing a lot more hopping out of our suit here, which for the most part is going to be just fine, I think.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain. As we start our descent down to the actual dangerous waters, remind me where my destination is, please. I mean, or not. You don't really have to, I guess. So in this area, remember these are the giant squid boys, or the crab jellies or whatever. This spot seems to be pretty innocent. Once we get down there, see the warper there already. Yeah, the warpers I think are going to be our main trouble, and then the giant enemy crab gods are going to be our other point of contention. That one is diseased also. That's a bit of a yikes for me, brother. So, but we do know that we have a lot of resources down here, I believe. A lot of goo, I know for sure. Yeah, I see you, like, Oh, there's nothing to grab down here, huh? Looks like we're doing okay. This looks a little bit radioactive, huh? You're okay. Honestly, with the giant enemy crabs fighting the warpers constantly, I think we're more or less alright. I want to drain all of our battery juice firing this thing off, but this is our Degassi settlement. We knew this already. But what do we have in the area around it, though? Like, this specific settlement is, like, not a very lucrative one, which is kind of surprising as far as the Degassi settlements go. I feel like they tend towards very titanium. Yeah. Are we okay? Are we chill, dude? Alright, cool. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these Degassi settlements have been generally in, like, really fruitful, really high tier. Like, they have a ton of titanium, or they have a ton of lithium in the area. Or just the settlements themselves are so lucrative that like for us to get to, as far as like blueprints and stuff. Nope, I don't think I want to go down into that. Just like creepy radioactive sub-ocean. Not really into it. Doesn't look like we're getting followed by anything, which is nice. And check out... Oh, those are some bigger rays. I do not know if those are hostile. They are pretty. I will give them that. Let's see. No, that's not really what I wanted. Okay. I mean, this is definitely creepy, right? But what is down here? These things don't seem... These things are acting mostly just like the regular raids. Rays, rather. No, one of them just made a noise. I don't think that I'm wanting to jump down into that. It was just me making noise. Yeah, it's definitely a new biome, but I don't think there's a lot of interacting that we can do for that. I mean, there is one pretty easy way to find out, right? We can... we can sit our pretty butts down and... pop out like right here, maybe stick our toe in a little bit. Okay, so it doesn't seem like it's actually like actively poisonous or anything like that. Very interesting. I mean, does that mean that we head back down there? I think that it does, honestly. We're gonna double check here real quick. We're gonna just look up yeah, these things. Okay. I just wanted to kind of make sure before we go fully diving in here, these things are indeed passive. So since we can enter that area, like, we might as well kind of see what's in here. Oh, it's a warper. Get out of here, dude. No, enter the prawn suit, please. I mean, that was a little bit spooky for the first thing that happens upon entering. Oh. Okay, yep, this is a bad idea. Okay. So our suit itself can survive down here just fine. This nickel ore? Baby. You know we're gonna hit that up real quick. So avoiding getting out of the suit seems pretty relevant. Couldn't tell, I guess it probably would never tell me what kind of damage I was taking. But we might just grab some of this ore and head back. You know, the video might be any kind of an indiscriminate amount of cuts in this video, which I do still apologize for. But I think that this new biome definitely has some potential to it. What are you? You're just titanium. I mean, especially if you look at shit like that. You telling me that there's a massive bone lake down here? That also contains rare materials that I've been needing?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Probably begin our ascent again. Head back up towards the Degassi habitat, and then up towards our SS George. But now we know that this area is here. And we know that it is just to the north of the Degassi habitat down here. And that, my friends, is why we decided to start making these. I think the most important like hint or tip that I ever received for playing Subnautica was, when in doubt, go deeper. Which has proven to be true time and time again. There's our Degassi habitat. Oh no. Yep. Okay, that was a little bit of a weird bug. But, oh no, that's not very good for me. Very not good for me, actually. Maybe they can just aggro to each other. The Warper plus Giant Crab Monster combo is a little bit much, I'm not gonna lie, when they're working together like that. Where am I looking to go here? I think that right around here maybe is a way up. Maybe not. That looks like that is definitely a way up. We just have to make our way over there. Like I see some ways up over here also. This looks like a little bit more of a gradual incline. Might be easier for us. Yeah, I mean, we feeling pretty competent overall, I have to say. Like, definitely we're not in that, we're still pretty far away from that, like, overconfident zone that we were at the last time that we got our faces chewed off. But I think as long as we're not in combat with those large creatures, or hitting these weird, like, combos that are pretty annoying for us, I think we can, for the most part, handle ourselves. Which I'm sure is exactly what I said the last time, or was talking about briefly before I got my face chewed on. The Warpers teleporting me out of the prawn suit is, that's a pretty interesting one. They seem pretty intentional in their design in that aspect. Ooh, hello, beautiful. What are you? You're copper, aren't you? I mean, make some mad profit while we're down here making some of these drilling runs. It might even be worthwhile to throw in some those extra storage units that I've been thinking about adding on. My only sort of like worry with doing the drilling stuff is I'm sure it is incredibly loud and aggroes almost everything in the entire area. Also, I guess situations like this where it's like I have to hop back here, take a whole bunch of stuff out of the storage. But honestly, you know, we got a good amount of nickel. We got a couple of those refined sulfur, the like concentrated sulfur, which I assume is sort of like what is causing those weird underground lakes. They're like sulfur lakes or something like that. Something along those lines. Making our way here. We parked near the top for a reason, so that we didn't have to risk our fancy sub. But I definitely think... Oh. Rubies also are going to be pretty important for me personally. Let's go ahead and just drink some water so that we can pick up this ruby. Because I believe that aerogel is one of our like current, not necessarily as harsh as like a choke point right now. We're not in desperate need. There are a whole lot of these guys. This is a big ass ridge. Yeah, the presence of some of these smaller fish and stuff is always going to be reassuring, I think. Even when the music tries to be creepy, you don't want it. I promise you, you don't. What is this? Lithium, you say? I mean, what can I say? I am a man of simple needs. We will return home. Oh, that's for the reclaimed water. We don't need that right now. We will return home victorious in finding new frontiers and also in getting a fuck ton of resources. Might even have to build some more lockers when we get back, honestly. Or just like build a storage room. Build like a ore library room. Very nice. Well, I think that any like lithium problems that we were potentially having before are definitely solved now. Tell me more, tell me more.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard,
Systems
Captain.
online.
Alright, let's bring us home.
Engine powering up.
Hello, which way is home? That way is home. This thing has a depth of 500 meters. The ability to launch the torpedoes. Man, this sub is so nice. Like, I don't think we've even scratched the surface of how useful it can actually be, but just existing in something this large. Like, we just became a Leviathan class, like, size, which is mind-boggling to me. But I think that there's a pretty good chance that that biome we were just in is the Lost River that I've heard so much about. Heard bits and pieces about, I should say. Just as, like,
Engine powering up.
areas you should want to go. So I'm super excited to make it back in there and maybe do some more heavy exploration. I'm not sure, like, what kind of stuff we want to bring in there. Like, do we want to be in the prawn suit? Do we want to, would prefer to be in our grease lightning? for instance. I'm sure that it will become clear as we go on another expedition down there. Now that we have an entrance to that area, I think, and also now that we know, every time, now that we know that there's some supplies there that we definitely want, I think that we might even consider being, oh man, also every time, we might even consider like bringing just a drill arm and then a regular hand to pick up stuff also. That may be something that we look into. For the meantime, though, we're going to hop over to our main base. We're going to deposit some of our stuff that we got picked up here. Crystalline sulfur. I'm going to put it in here with the rares. And then more copper, a ton of lithium, and this nickel ore. Versatile ally ingredient required for advanced fabrication. I think I want to try to, like, I'll give it a look-see and kind of see what potential we have for use of this nickel ore. Right now it's going to sadly go in our organics box, which honestly isn't much of an organics box right now, so that should be just fine. 1, 2, 3. That box is nice and pretty. So, with the nickel ore, I don't think there's anything that's here that we need it for right off the bat, right? All of this stuff, we pretty much hit our limit as far as what we actually are making or needing from that. Okay. Our advanced upgrades, we do need it for the depth module for the Cyclops. Kyanite is something that we still haven't found. Okay, and then as far as torpedoes, we need gas pods, which I don't know where to get those. We're looking for the crystalline sulfur for the prawn suit jet upgrade. We're one short of that. The nickel ore for the prawn suit depth upgrade. Okay. And it doesn't look like we need anything for that. Okay, so it looks like it's mostly going to be for some of our depth upgrades as far as that stuff goes. There is one more thing to check before we sign off here for the day, to see if there's something over here on our Neptune rocket that we need the nickel ore for. Because if that is the case, that would be something that is incredibly worthwhile. As the sun sets on another day of Subnautica action. What do you guys got for me? Yes, we do. Nickel ore was our chokehold for the Neptune boosters. So we'll probably do a run back and bring it over here so we can start off our next episode with the Neptune boosters. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, as always, it's Subnautica. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm super excited about that new biome we just found. We'll definitely be going back there to do some more exploration. Like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing, 'cause that's what YouTube is here to do. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you next time.